welcome back to my channel. This vlog is another FBG Cork ladies MMA training set. Came in this morning, I had a little time on my own at the gym because I was the first one there, and then a few of the other girls flew in as well. So we all went down into Cork City, had a mooch around, had an ice cream, and I just nipped off to come and stay in a coffee shop to do a little bit of work. I'm going to do a little bit of editing, and then I've got some emails and stuff to sort. The camp doesn't start till tomorrow, so I've got today to kind of get settled. So I'll go and do like a food shop, and I think I'm going to try and prep some of the meals because there's quite a few of us and it's quite a small kitchen. So I've just been like planning the meals I want to do. I don't know how I'm going to carry all this back. And I really want to get some sparkling water because obviously I've got that addiction going on. It's nice to have the day to settle in. Last year I flew in pretty late and then it was straight up in training, worked quite early in the morning, and I obviously didn't sleep great. If you saw that vlog, you know that I was not looking my most fresh self. I came on my period yesterday and I'm literally like over a week early, and as you guys know I tend to start missing my training, and definitely the day before I come on in the first couple of days I tend to just take rest and I'm be gentle with myself, but I don't want to miss out on the opportunity that I have to train with those girls. But I've had a bit of a nightmare with my period. I bled through my jeans on the flight over. I did bring like 2 pairs of period pants with me just in case, but obviously I've come on and I would need more. I've also bled through my shorts today around, so I'm just like not happy. Okay, I just carried all of this for quite some time actually. So I thought about getting a taxi or asking if anyone from the gym can get me. I just think sometimes you need to humble yourself a little bit. I think I am really beginning to realise my privilege in life and the convenience and how comfortable that is. And actually just walking that far with some shopping is what a lot of people have to do. And then I thought about what if there was a zombie apocalypse, and realistically how far could I walk carrying Odin and some necessities, and actually it's quite humbling. And what is the point of doing all this training and getting strong if I can't carry my shopping home? And okay, I mean I did carry 6 2-litre bottles of sparkling water, and a litre is like a kilo, so that's a good 12 kilos, but you know I want the privilege of drinking sparkling water because that's my preference. And it feels good to have earned it through some graft. I mean, we don't go out and hunt, do we, or forage anymore. I can at least carry my shopping home. So I just got some cheap Tupperware so I can get some meals prepared, which saves me time each day because the kitchen's small, there's a lot of us, and I don't want to be getting to bed too late. I got some local honey, some naked bars just for some quick sugary snacks, a loaf of sourdough from like a little stall in the food market, some raw milk. If you've had gold top milk, this is like gold top milk, but chef's kiss, even better. Local goat's cheese, Irish goat's cheese. I don't know if they're different to British goats, but kiwis, few on the vine tomatoes because I'm going to do like an egg. Is it a frittata? I want to say frittata, but that doesn't sound right. Free-range eggs, tender stem broccoli, and some asparagus. And carb-wise, I just grabbed some sweet potato so I can like batch cook all of that. Chicken sausages, this like naked bacon with 2 lots of salmon, peppered sirloin steaks. I'm gonna have one of these tonight, and I'll have the other one tomorrow just to support my low iron levels with being on my bleed. These are kind of the small changes I can make around my cycle. Then I got these like chicken cabanos. I don't know. It's quite hard to have high protein snacks that aren't processed, so I tend to like snack on that as I go. So breakfast wise, I again wanted to keep it quite simple because I don't want to be spending ages in the kitchen and we've got limited appliances to share between us. So I grabbed some instant oats, almond butter. I grabbed some strawberries, some blueberries, so I'll put them on the oats, and then some bananas. I think I'm going to try and have dinner earlier, like about 5, because our training sessions are at 7:30, which means realistically we're not going to finish till about 9. I don't want to be eating that late. I want to get to bed. I really want to prioritise sleep this week because my nervous system is struggling a little bit with the home life stress, coming off the back of a couple of fights and cutting weight and being on my bleed, so I just like really need to prioritise sleep. After the evening training session, I'm going to want to eat something. I'm going to want to refuel with something. I stocked up on my favourite, which is the Greek yogurt. I get the 0% fat one, some dark chocolate, which they'll also support iron and magnesium levels as well.
Oh my god, we need you back in the vlog again. Here she is. Morning. We're up. I did originally only get up for a wee, but I forgot how bright the lights are because there's like obviously a class going on. So a bit of a shock that the lights were so bright. I was like, I literally couldn't open my eyes. God knows what I look like. I slept so much better than I did the first night last year. I can't say I feel like I had enough sleep, but here we are. The blow-up beds were just a game changer. I've made myself a little coffee. I've actually got one of the London Neurotropic coffees. So I brought out like my usual little stash, and I just find that the combination of some coffee with the adaptogenics really balance out the level of jitters that I get with coffee, especially if I'm having one first thing. This is the brand. The little sample pack they sent me to bring over for the girls. One of each type they do. And a code, 20% off code, which is literally Molly20 if you wanted to try some. I love these little swaps and these little things we can do to just love ourselves a little bit more. So I've made my little egg frittata thing. It tastes good. It was a bit of a problem though because I was trying to cook it in here, which is like the oven thing we have, but the girls were using the air fryers and the microwave thing to do theirs, and it basically kept tripping the power, so I had to wait. So I ended up having just 2 slices of toast and a protein shake. But we got there in the end and it tastes pretty good, so I'm kind of pretty chuffed with that idea. And then that should do for lunches for the rest of the camp. Yo, 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 yo. So I'm just back in Kerry's room. I'm going to come for a lay down. The sports psychology session was actually really, really good. I really love that we put those sessions into the camp because fighting can be so much more of a mental battle than it is physical. And a lot of people have fear around being vulnerable and having weaknesses and stuff. And I think a lot of that stems from up here. We sort of went through a lot of how negative self-talk can impact your performance and how to break those patterns and rewire those neural pathways. It's definitely stuff I'm into, having been in therapy for quite a few years and really be into like self-mastery, personal growth, like healing. One thing in the sports psychology session I'd say was really good was that we would have a couple of exercises where we pair off and talk and listen about a few things, and the more I'm talking to all the girls, the more I realise that we struggle with so many of the same things. And having come to the camp last year, there's a few girls that are first timers and they were really nervous. They wanted to make excuses as to why they couldn't come onto the camp, and they're really nervous for like sparring later. And it's really helped me reflect on my growth between last year and this year. And obviously now I'm familiar with the camp, it's less daunting. Like last year it was very new, I had no idea what we were doing or what it would be like or what the vibe was like. But just reflecting on my own growth and realising that I'm so much less alone with how I feel about things than I ever realised. Like most of us suffer with nerves, most of us suffer with over comparing to each other. Most of us fear it being bitchy like it would have been at school, or if we've been bullied. Like everyone is living their life through the tinted lenses of the glasses that they have, like from their own experience, and everyone's experiences are different, or everyone's been through hard things, so we all just fear feeling the same way or having the same experiences. So it's been really validating in that way, and I honestly feel so much more grounded in myself, and I'm trying to listen to myself and what I need, and just allowing myself to feel the way I feel. I'm feeling a little bit low. I'm obviously on like day 3 of my bleed, which hopefully tomorrow I'll feel a little bit more uplifted. I just have a lot going on at home. Me and Guys actually, we've had a really hard time with our relationship and going through like a really rocky breakup and stressful time. It's been a really hard thing to do, but I've had to love myself more than I love him, which is tricky. I think the hope is that we have time apart to work on ourselves and grow a little bit and reconnect, but it feels a little bit dangerous to have hope, especially when we've ended up in some patterns that aren't great for either of us. We will see. We will see. I've just ended up waking up pretty early this morning, so I'm gonna just have a little lay down. Whether I sleep or not, I don't know, but just a little rest and away from, there's obviously a lot of socialising, a lot of conversation, and this is not the part of my cycle where I'm primed for socialising. Yeah, thanks for watching.